Well, hey, Scorpio. It is fixed sign week here after my spring break. We're extending my commitment to this week. And I'm just dying to know what's happening for us Scorpios right now. So we're going to ask a question about what's been going on in the cosmos with Venus and Mars traveling together. They part ways today. Begin to. They've been conjunct. They've been hanging out. We call them the lovers. And both of them have encountered the transformative power of Pluto. Traveled conjunct or visited with Pluto briefly. Venus has seen Pluto 3 times and Mars once. And so we're going to look at what they learned and how this may be coming into your life and your energy. I'm just fixing my camera here a little bit. Okay, we're going to start with a card from the Muse Tarot just to get a sense of the overall energy. We'll look at the top card and what's on the bottom for underlying. Okay. Woo! The Magician. That's awesome. Very powerful capacity to manifest what you want. You have all the tools. You have the sword, you have the wand, the cup, and the pentacle. You can make the world. There's like that fantastic energy coming down through her head. It makes me think of a mushroom, actually. Because if you know me, you know I'm a great lover of the mycelium, that underground network of roots that shares food and information underneath us all the time. All right, what is going on beneath that? Ooh, yay, an Ace of Emotions, a new emotional beginning. Divine gift of love. It looks like a really ecstatic experience. Okay. Swimming up from the depths. In addition, we have a little ho-hum energy, a little been there, done that. You're literally sitting in an enormous Ace of Cups that is formed by 2 beautiful women about to kiss. And you're looking at the cups that you've had and you're thinking, I'm not enthusiastic. So I feel like you might not yet see this Ace of Cups coming. And it looks to me as if it's something you manifested for yourself. Awesome. I feel like a funny energy, a little sassiness. A familiar feeling. I've even pulled the Tarot of Sexual Magic out just in case we need to ask something about that here, but we'll see. Let's look at what For Hawks it tells us. We're going to ask, what does Mars want us to know? What has Mars learned? Venus, next. She's learned a lot. She's been to the great Pluto in the sky 3 times. That's a lot of transformation for one little goddess of love. Then we're going to ask, what is hidden from you, what the tarot thinks you need to know, and finally some overall advice. All right, so let's see. We'll start with our fairies. And the only thing I don't like about this fairies deck is the Lovers card. Obviously something for me to learn there. But anyway, it has 3 people in it instead of 2. And I guess I'm old-fashioned. But all of you young people who are into polyamory, you show me so much. Let's see. Mars says there is some alpha energy, this very Mars energy, the Elder of Fire. She has the sun in one hand and a spider web in the other. Very creative, passionate. This is what the Magician can do too. This is making the world that you want. literally holding the sun in your hand. And the sun in the tarot represents the power of authenticity, of absolute joy and wish fulfillment. Wow, Mars is feeling really powerful. Mars is one of our planets, Scorpio. Before they could see Pluto, which is now our ruling planet, Mars was assigned to Scorpio. Venus is telling us there's a little bit of emotional discontent here. This is an 8 of Cups. You can see there is a place across the water, across the emotional realm. That is what water represents. There's transformation here, very Scorpio energy. You're being called. Venus has felt called from one place where there's just something missing, and she feels this. And so she's being called to a new place here. So if you're feeling that may be coming through to you from Venus. What's hidden from you that the tarot wants you to know? The Knight of Earth, the slowpoke knight. Here she is. She's a little seed. And she's just coming out of that seed like a new growth. Growing right up out of the earth. That's actually the mycelium. That's funny because we had that mushroom imagery here. This is that network, that white. When you dig into your garden sometimes and there's all that white material there. So Knight of Earth says, Mars may be in a hurry and all powerful, but there's something that's slowing you down. And it could be something coming from Venus, from her this watery place. It feels like you're not ready yet to move across that shore. You're looking at it though, where Venus is. So there's some slowpoke energy. It could be coming from this need to shift your perspective out of ho-hum. There's nothing better than this. Fours, I'm coming to understand it's true of the Four of Pentacles and also the Four of Cups. Thinking Four of Wands is like marriage. Four of Swords is healing. It's kind of like a little place that you could perhaps expand from. I always kind of see the Four of Wands is good. But anyway, a 4, it's like, it's too little. You could have so much more. Look, you're sitting in a fucking Ace of Cups, baby. All right. Your advice, a 2 of Fire. This is speaking to you from the Magician energy that came in here. This is envision the world that you want to manifest. Manifest this. You have the power to make the world you want. None of this ho-hum. There's an Ace of Cups here. You're sitting in it. You're failing to recognize it. There is the place across the water. Sometimes there's a grass is greener thing that we can get into. We will look deeper. You don't really, it's like you are powerful. Mars is really directing this reading. It feels like there's a tension here where Venus is held back in some way emotionally. But let's look. Let us look. I always think Venus is right. Hey, look, there's another 4. Here's the 4 of Earth. There is so much more, and you're holding on to the 4 little things that you have. She's pretty determined. This can be withholding. Somebody is withholding from you something you want more. You can have more. The Magician says you can manifest more. I'm not a big more person, but when it comes to the emotional realm, I want it all. Like, I don't want somebody that withholds their heart from me or is afraid of love. I want people who are just like, I'm all in. I'm on fire for you, right? There's something holding back Venus. And it may just be slow, and there needs to be waiting, and there needs to be coming into alignment here. Okay, let's clarify. I'm feeling sassy, my friends. I hope you are too. No, I'm just tired of what I've had. I've had enough of it, of too little. I'm a big, beautiful, queer Scorpio with a Leo heart. I got a lot to offer, right? I don't want this little force stuff. So, I am ready to reach for this Ace of Cups. I am ready to cross over the water. I'm ready. How about you? I don't care if it takes a long time. It's worth waiting for. I'm 51, right? I'm laughing at myself. I do not know what has got into me, but I like it. Feels like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I posted that video. Anyway, it's just an energy that comes into the tarot reader. And wow, it is this Martian Elder of Fire energy. It's a humorous, a little bit I'm making fun of myself here. Okay, let's see. Feels like a slumber party. Okay, there's the devil. Okay, Mars has brought us into an encounter with the devil. Or are we the devil? This is like lust. I feel like there's desire here. There's fire, desire. The devil sometimes means addiction. It means codependence. It can mean a lack of love for yourself, uncertainty. It could be that message in your head that says you can't, you don't deserve it. This coming into me in that it means lust, passion, desire. It's a very, you got a lot of fire coming in from Mars. Meanwhile, Venus is looking over the water. What else? 3 of Wands. This is the manifesting, waiting for your manifestation to come in. There's that, you want something and you're waiting for it feeling. And there's a 4 of Discs again. You're holding on to something that is too small. This is what Mars wants to tell you. Let go of the little thing and let yourself imagine and bring in the big thing. The devil is why you're holding on to too little. Because you don't think you deserve the whole hog, right? You're like, well, there's nothing more than this. I've drunk from many cups. I've had many relationships. Yeah, I can settle. But then this is how it feels like, there's gotta be something more. That's the discontent feeling of the 8 of Water. Like, there's something missing. Can I live with 8 when 9 is wish fulfillment? And this is your 9th. This is your Ace of Cups right here. It's here for you. You might even be right in it. You're sitting in it and you're not seeing it. Okay? I mean, even this image, like, I see a cup here, like this shape. It reminds me of this cup. This kind of mushroomy shape. All right. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see. What has Venus got going here with this 8 of Water? Tell us more. You deserve the whole thing. There he is, Slowpoke, the Prince of Discs. Very same character. This reading is very clear. It's repetitive. It's insisting on you have discontent and it's time to go get the full thing. Let's see. The Hierophant. Card of, institutional religion, structural power, marriage. I always see the sun rays coming out from this particular Pope. He's kind of creepy to me, honestly. His eyes are kind of black. Behind him, he's like in the way of the sun. Okay, so there's a concept here. It's very powerful. That's blocking the sun, which in the tarot is the happiest card in the deck. Mars, remember, is holding the sun. The Elder of Fire, the Leo energy here. If you have Leo in your chart, I do. Leo in your life. That energy is holding the sun. Venus is experiencing a slowdown because there's some kind of structural power, some concept between her and what her heart's desire. And then we get the King of Wands. Repetitive. This is the King of Wands. Elder of Fire is the King of Wands. This is the alpha energy, the make the world you want energy. It's very magician. Very sexy, powerful, leader of his own life energy. And this is coming up here with Venus, this Eight of Water. It's a very opposite energy, this watery, it's a slower moving energy, water. Cool, slow, deep. Going right down all the way into your depths. And that's why the Prince of Disc is here twice. There's this King of Wands energy that is actually tempting you. Mars is putting some kind of, they're putting something in your life, and Mars is saying you could have more. And this is coming up for Venus. Mars is saying this to Venus. She's saying, I'm lacking. And Mars is saying, you could have more, and you should have more, and quit wasting time. I don't know. Let's keep looking. All right. Tarot wants you to know Knight of Pentacles, Slowpoke Knight, Knight of Earth. A student, does everything right, has the plan. That's why it takes a long time, and it takes a long time for a seed to grow up through the earth and become, well, a beautiful rose. There is a woman in my life, my early sobriety, Joni. She told this story about when she was new in sobriety, and her sponsor was out in her yard weeding, and Joni went over there all crazy, all tripped out about what a piece of garbage she was and how crazy she was. And the brain of an alcoholic is crazy. It tells you all this stuff about how you lack. It's this. That's why it's what the devil. We alcoholics know very well what the devil is, because we have to overcome that every day. And so Joni said, her mentor said, you think you're a weed, but I see a beautiful rosebud waiting to turn into a beautiful flower. And that's what I see here. This little seed, this little weed, and those roses there represent what the Knight of Pentacles becomes in time. It takes time, this process. That's what Venus got slowed down. It's like she has to confront the institution of marriage, I want to say. Okay, take or leave that. All right, Knight of Earth, to clarify, there's a little single girl knowing her worth and her beautiful home energy here. That's a part of the process of knowing your worth, of becoming ready for love, for this Ace of Cups, is you got to spend some time with just you, knowing you. This is a part of the Slowpoke Knight journey here. There's the Magician. And once you know what you want, who you are on your own, then you begin to envision, you begin to manifest. Look at all the planets, very powerful. She is definitely connecting with Mars, Venus, Pluto, in order to bring in this vision, which represented in the image by all of these flowers here. I know these flowers. When I look at these flowers, they remind me of a particular flower, just a weed. It grew easily, it grew out of nothing. I remember it was blue in the ones I knew were blue, but I've seen them in white. Yeah, and you can see amongst the flowers are all the tools. The wand, the cup, the pentacle, the sword, truth, the 3D, your body, your heart, your emotions, your will, the wand. It's a different part of your body, like your desire, like that lustfulness that is coming in from Mars. So you have all of these things growing amongst these weeds. Something here about spring. It takes time. So spring is water season. But I feel like this spring, so it's not too long, but it's a bit of a wait. Even though it's officially spring, here it's very wintry still. I don't know, did the groundhog see his or her shadow? Then you get the moon. There's something in your depths that you must explore in order to know what you need, what to make manifest. The moon, the unknown, secrets, your dark depths, the place most fear to go, but Scorpios don't fear to go down there. There's something in your very depths, and your roots go down there. Remember the mycelium, it's going down into the subterranean depths, into the waters far, far below. And there is what Venus is waiting to have come to the surface. Mars is coming in with all this fire, all this pushy energy, all this you could have more. Easy manifestation, but Venus has something else to draw up from those depths. And to do that, there's a part of you, there's a time that you need to spend on your own, knowing what you can do. And disabusing yourself of the idea that this is it. You might as well just go for it. But let's see, what is our further advice? Two of fire. This is you envisioning, creating, manifesting, all that fire. It's very Martian, bringing us back to what Mars had to say. Okay, two of fire, the hangman. There's some perspective that you need to change. You need to see something differently. That seems really clear to me. That's coming in repetitively. Like, I might as well not try for more because there isn't more. You're wrong. You're going to have to be stuck in the 8 of water until you see that. To admit, like, there is more. I do want more. My happiness, my contentment even requires that I seek more. And you have to come to see that. I feel like you need to go down into the depths in order to see that. The Queen of Discs is something about security, about knowing your worth, about the earth, about the planet. Knight of Earth. And 7 of Discs. More slowed down, working in your garden, waiting for the fruits of your labors to bear fruit. This is a strange garden, right? There's all of this history, all these old statues broken down. They're heads of statues. It's like really hard to garden here because of these stones. They're in your way. These are the concepts. Those heads actually remind me of this dude. That's his head, his concept, his structure. It's in ruins, right? This is such a strange reading to be experiencing. Yeah, so let's look closer at this card. This is very, it's just a 2, but come on, look, it looks like the end of the world. There's all these black birds, these crows. I know because this artist loves crows, sitting around like bringers of truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she's looking at the city, and she's looking at the land, and she's bringing in the fire. Look at those two orbs intersecting. It's making me think of two worlds coming together. Two possible worlds. One very urban, one very country. And these birds are present witnesses to her very powerful manifesting. It's like she's bringing these worlds together. And then it makes me think of how the Queen of Discs here, the Earth Queen, is here. It's taking a very long time. It's like really big history. It's like all the way into your past. Like you know, the devil's here. There's lots here about you being held back by the past, something that happened in the past, something old, a structure, a concept, and it's really big, it's like made of stone, and it feels like the earth, but it's not. Yeah, because you are going to bloom from that earth, this new being that you are merging. Like, see how she's swimming up from the depths? So like it feels like the tower's here. It's not. The tower's not here. Not here either. There's a Princess of Wands, an Ace of Wands, a Five of Wands here. That's so much fire, so much willpower, so much Martian energy. I really feel, I have felt in the other readings that Mars accommodated his feminine side, like he integrated it, and that Venus integrated her, like this is under Venus, this King of Wands energy, which is Mars. It's like these two opposites on the binary have unified. They've integrated, the divine masculine and divine feminine have become one. They're still separate beings, separate, consciousnesses, but they're both becoming whole, right? Like you think about Plato's Symposium, and I can't remember which one. I want to say Aristophanes. That's just nerdy, check my work. But he talks about, in the beginning, everybody was these orbs, and there was a male and a male female and a female, and then the gods split them in two and sent them out into the world, and so they spend their whole lives looking for their other half, with this yearning until they find their other half. And what it's been feeling like is that Mars and Venus have found their other halves, have integrated and become whole. And then this is changing their relationship, the relationship of the lovers. And it's meaning that there's just so much more. And it feels like, it has felt as if Venus were ahead of Mars, but now I'm actually feeling Mars is impatient for Venus to catch up in this reading. Like Venus is in a slower process. It's earthy, it's watery. And then we have all this fire. We get the Princess of Wands, the outside perspective, the queer perspective, the foreign one, the one that says, I'm looking at your world, and from the outside it looks like this, and here's what I see, and here's my idea. Young energy, an Ace of Wands, a new beginning, hope. You could see that phoenix rising from the fire. Very Scorpio, right? The idea that you burn up and out of the ashes you rise, that is transformation. That's a Scorpio process. It's fundamental to us. It's how we live. And that's what it is. It's a fire. And from the fire you rise, but very, very slowly. Because it's all the way, it's like when you got burned up, you went all the way down into the earth, into the water beneath the earth, down into the mycelium. Yeah, like you're way down here before you rise up like this little seedling. Yeah, the phoenix rising from the fire. That's the kind of process that you're in. And what it's transforming is your idea of how your world could look. And you've had too small of an idea. You haven't even imagined. And somehow, Mars, the fire, the burning, something like that's happening to you. Because it was like a minute ago, like I just felt like I felt on fire, which at my age happens, but it hasn't been happening very much lately. And it just was like my whole being was on fire. And so anyway, in addition, we get Medusa here, the Five of Wands. This is more fire, more willpower. Nobody leading. It's like, I love this. I mean, it's chaos, confusion, competition. It's a creative process. One will, in the Six of Wands, emerge victorious, you. Yeah, this is like going and I'm thinking now of Bridget, because we have Mars here in the feminine form. Bridget is a Celtic goddess of hearth, of home, of poetry. But I think of one of her things that she oversees is metalwork. And so you would see her making things in a crucible from metal. And I really identify with metal, as you know, as a metal dog. But there's something it's really exciting. I don't know that it's comfortable, and it's taking a long time, because it's like you're getting drawn down, down, down by this fire. And then you're going to come back up. That's what the imagery is. And it's egalitarian. There's no leaders, there's no Pope. The Hierophant is out of the way, and then you're in the sun here. Well, just because I felt inclined, let's see. What is the So a card dropped out here from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So what drops out is the Seven of Swords, which is a couple who are having a really hard time communicating. He's very vulnerable, right? One is very vulnerable, hiding the truth, and she's not really understanding this. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to put that back in here. Mars, Venus, we're going to say there's some kind of misunderstanding here. There's definitely conflict. Their energies are so different. But they seem to be coming together. That's why the Magician is here. So the Magician has all the elements: fire, water, earth, air. And it all comes together in the process of manifestation of whatever you want, your dream, your vision. You're being told to envision this. But there's tension between, it feels like it's irresolvable tension between two sides of yourself. Right. There's two seemingly opposite worlds that need to come together here. Let's see what else this tells us. Like, is this happening to you? This is incredible. If this is happening to me, I'm fully aware of the fire, of the burning, of the discomfort, of the longing, the looking to the other shore, the feeling like, yeah, there's nothing more. I've seen it all, and this is taking too long. Haven't I done my work? When can I have my dream? That's where I'm at in this journey. Where are you at, Scorpio? Okay. I'm going to split this. I'm going to pull a card for each category and just add. We'll see what they say. They're a little racy, I'll have to warn you. Two of Wands, that's what Mars said. That's this. That's your advice. Okay? Let me see. Yeah, it looks hot, right? That looks fun. I know I'm not straight either, if you're like a gay person looking at this. But like watching movies as a queer kid, like I'm fully capable of entering that male body in order to love that woman, right? And vice versa, to be her, you know, because I love my woman's body. Okay. TMI. Sorry, guys. Three of Pentacles. This is what Venus is thinking about. This is what I was talking about, the integration. This Mars is having a great conversation. Flirty, fun. Food is involved. He's got the archer. He's an archer. I can't see what she has. It looks like a rifle behind her. And there's a match. A lit match. Do you see what's behind her? He's got Peter Pan, not Peter Pan, I'm thinking Robin Hood and Maid Marian. You know, like rebels on the edge of society. And then Venus is, this is how it feels to be. Mars is having a great internal conversation. Venus is being held by the strongest, sweetest lover. And she's holding herself like the strongest, sweetest lover. And that is a Three of Pentacles. That is building, making real, making in the physical, the world that you planned it. Like each of you has a part. It's usually three people collaborating. This is not. Knight of Earth, what's hidden from you? The Hanged Man. Here twice. Hanged Man. So that's from your advice. So there's looking at someone from a totally different perspective. Here's specifically the feminine. It's like seeing her in a new light. That's what this moon journey gives you. And you're told this is a part of your advice, the same card, the Hanged Man. And then for the advice, Justice. Justice, what's she got going here? She got the sword, she's got the scale. The legal issue. She's looking at, what is she looking at? Who? She's bringing justice. She's looking at the world, at this new vision from a balanced place with the truth in hand. And the two cups, like the two worlds, right? That we're talking about here. Bringing two very different worlds into balance. The old and the new. the city and the country, the wild, and the western, I want to say. Okay. I don't know if this is adding anything, but well, there they are. See, I knew it. So there's the Queen of Wands. She is the queen of the law of attraction. Again and again and again, you were told in this reading that you are the magician, you're the Queen of Wands, you're the King of Wands. You, your willpower, your vision, you can have it all. It's just a matter of trusting that you can have it all. Get out of the Four of Cups. Get out of the Four of Pentacles. Get out of the devil, the sense that you can't, that you lack, that there isn't anything more. And then, let's see. I'm trying to look at the image because it's like she's taking off her boot. I don't know what's happening here. You look at that. I'll leave that up to you. That's on the bottom. And the Lovers. And it's so funny. There's 3 people in this Lovers card. So I felt this all along. There's a choice that you have between 2 lives. The one that you have and the one that you could have. And it could be in your love life. It could, because the Hierophant, marriage is here, and Ace of Cups. Like, it seems very much in your romantic, emotional life. Yeah, but there's a choice between 2 lives, 2 loves. One which is the one you have, which is okay. But there's everything here telling you there could be something more. You know what you want. The trick is knowing that you could have that. And I don't know, like, grass is greener. That's like a risky thing. Like, why not just settle with what you have? I think the question is, if it feels like this, if it feels like you need to go over there and you feel pulled that way, and you can feel it, you'll know it, because it's like, it's not enough here. That's just the feeling. Is like, can this be enough? And the answer is no. The question means no, I think, if you have to ask, right? Like, I can think of a situation in my life, and it's like, it's got everything except for one thing. But the one thing is really important. This person is so amazing. They're so smart and interesting and deep. But there's this thing, right? And it's, well, in my case, they're not gay, right? That one, that's been my story over and over and over. They withhold just a 4 when I could, give myself the chance to have the full thing, whatever that is. I told you my story. Tell me yours. If you're still here and you haven't become annoyed by whatever mood this is, thank you for listening. And please do like, subscribe, chat with me in the comments. This makes my channel stronger, and I'm making a commitment to do these readings every week. This is Mutable Sign Week, and glad you were here. Have a beautiful day. It looks good, Scorpio. Go for what you want.